when he scored 16 in a win on Saturday against Phoenix. A little bit more on him as the night unfolds. Long two for Anthony Davis, and the Mavericks have their second basket en route to that 16-point performance that he had against the Suns on Saturday night. In the paint amongst the trees, Ryan Nembhard no good. Jokic able to fend off a couple of Maverick players for the rebound. Wild arm dance after he runs down the floor after scoring. that was intriguing. The Nuggets are 16 points better, almost 16 and a half points per 100 possessions better with Jokic on the floor. Now here's Davis. He's got two defenders swarming him. He gave it up and got it back in a give and go. A little give and go here between Nembhard and AD.
Simple basketball, pass and cut. Nembhard reading it. Davis with the finish.
Nembhard in the lane, fading, hitting. Ryan Nembhard.
Looking at how they start the game and who they put him on the floor with.
Here's a pull-up made by Ryan Nembhard for Dallas. So Nembhard with a couple of baskets here in the last little bit to put himself on the board. Here's Coop with it. Flag had 5 in the first quarter, coming off a 35-point game. The youngest player in NBA history to score at least 35 in a game. Baseline jumper, low clock, Powell, nice roll. 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He played 34 minutes. And Saturday's victory over the Clippers is most minutes in a game since January 2024. Transition, D'Lo considered the 3. Gave it up to Powell, who moved it along to Nembhard, and Nembhard has 6 quick points here in the second quarter, and a timeout taken by Denver. Every time you think you come up with answers against Nikola Jokic, as Nembhard drills a 3, he is on a little heater here in the second quarter, 4 for 4. This is nice by Nembhard. He's gotten comfortable with the middies and then connects on the deep one. Devin, how about the Mavericks? And you commented on how good Denver's defense was early in the game, but right now the Mavericks are really cashing in on the offensive end of the floor. They are 11 of 13 from the floor in the second quarter. Jokic with Johnson catching it on the move, and he obliterates the defense. That's an offensive foul. Johnson was just a big head of steam coming down the lane, and Ryan Nembhard put himself in harm's way. That's a big charge he just drew.
Love to see small guys defend the paint this way, giving up their body.
That right hand, he's favoring it, but it didn't stop him from finishing and giving Dallas their first lead of the game. What just happened? I do not believe some of the stuff that I'm seeing. The Joker doesn't believe it, as you can see with the hands on hips and the facial expression, because they're not going to give him that 3-point basket and 4-point play opportunity. Another good pass here by Jamal Murray. And defense obviously is an underrated aspect of that. Here's a drive, slamming on the brakes, and rising to hit again is Nembhard, who has knocked down 5 shots here in the second quarter. The first quarter was 41-27 Denver. The second quarter was 42-27 Dallas. Cam Johnson had an attempt on the doorstep that he missed. He thought it was goaltended, and Ryan Nembhard, who had a fantastic second quarter going 5 for 5, misses. And here's the Joker. Johnson running the floor, and that one's in. And he ends the drought. Watson's skill set just really fits what Denver does so nicely. Good defender, great floor runner, and excellent off-ball mover. Going under the defense, Christie to Ryan Nembhard to beat the shot clock. It's a splashdown for Ryan. Christie crowded, out to Cooper. Drive and kick, Marshall moves it. The ball finds Nembhard and no one near him. The closest defender was in Fort Collins as Nembhard shoots it and nails it from the perimeter. Teams have seen Coop, and they know he's a right-handed guy, though, that loves to go left. They're trying to take that away, but he set up a lot of things with the left by going to the right initially the other night as Ryan Nembhard scores once again. He had 11 in the second quarter and 8 more here in the third.
Got some confidence going up that second quarter, picking it up in the third.
Marshall tipped the rebound away from him, and Nembhard's got it, and he's going, shifting into overdrive. Ryan Nembhard all the way to the basket. Nembhard with it. Nembhard, why not? Heat check, and he is cooking. Let Ryan Nembhard cook, everybody.
The pace of the drive here. Great seal here by Dwight, opening up that lane. They go underneath, take that as a sign of disrespect.
Put some respect on his name.
Got to.
Nembhard, the orchestrator. Oh, and way up over the Rocky Mountains to shoot that giant killer. A shot for Coop from Ryan Nembhard, and the rookies connect. Nembhard's been doing so much scoring, but a dime dropped. Now Nembhard throws it up ahead. Coop, the alley-oop. Ryan Nembhard having an extraordinary night, a lot of scoring, and then an alley-oop. Nembhard's got it. Filling a vacated area is D'Lo. Rainbow is a splash. This game is at least buzzed, if not drunk tonight. Jokic with it now. Foul's called on Dallas. Nembhard grabbing hold of Tim Hardaway Jr. All kinds of unique contributors in this game. But nothing unique. That is something we've seen almost 2,800 times for Klay Thompson. So they look to get a stop. A tough shot is missed. Bruce Brown, the stop because of the defense in the end by Anthony Davis. 5 on the shot clock. Nembhard. Drive, pull up. Yes, sir! Ryan Nembhard has 28. Tonight, Spencer Jones and Ryan Nembhard have scored more points than any other player in the NBA this season on a two-way contract.
Simple open three, being able to knock that down at a high rate. Been great in the pick and roll and recognizing when to shoot this pull-up too. The nice one-handed finish there, another deep three going underneath the pick and roll. See the little dance here, right to that mid-range shot that he loves so much, and he's fired up and has a right to be.
Yes, he does. It's the Ryan Nembhard show this whole possession until he dishes to Max Christie.
Yes.
Give him 10 assists. 10 assists. And when you want an assist, of course, throw it to Christie in the corner. Now here's an easy basket with 1:23 to go for Peyton Watson. It ends Denver's drought of 11 straight misses.